Hello, it's me. I'm still alive. Wow, she lives. Hey guys. Hey Hades. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's another weekend, another stream. Who would have thunk it? Today we're just gonna play some Risk of Rain and be chill. I'll babble about some stuff, you know, the norm, nothing fancy. Hopefully it'll be a fun stream. I'm a little bit sick still, so whoops. But it's fine. We'll survive. So we're playing with a new DLC, the Alloyed Collective DLC. I have already played it a bit, so, you know, I may have the characters already and all that stuff. But we're just gonna play a chill one today, so we're obviously gonna do my easy command run. We're gonna put it on Drizzle. I guess it's just a question of who we're gonna play with. Because we do have the new characters. We can try and get some of the loadouts. Drifter was like, meh. I liked playing as False Sun, but it was a bit hard just because he doesn't have any real good distant attacks. The Seeker was like meh too, it wasn't really my playstyle. The Chef was fine. I think the Operator was the one that I liked the most, but I had some issues where I didn't like the oh my god, I forgot how human words. I didn't like one of the attacks. This one, the utility skill. So maybe the other utility skill is good. Defeat the teleporter boss on Conduit Canyon. That's kind of a... I don't know. What else we got? How did I don't remember much about playing as the Drifter. I did like a real quick run with him. Challenge of the Mountains, not too bad. 20 temporary items is also seemingly fine. Let's see. Burn. Nice, nice. That'd be fun. Let's see. I don't know, do you guys have a preference? Who do you think we should play as? I do really like playing as the False Sun. And I think we could probably get this Lunar Spikes one through growth. We could also sound... Yeah, let's do the False Sun. Okay. So... I don't know, I don't think I noticed this previously, but we now have that we can look at the logbook while in-game, which makes it easier to, like, reference items, so that's cool. I'm trying to remember which items for growth because I'm a little potato over here. And I cannot remember. Where is it? Not an item. Am I dumb? Am I bad at games? Ooh, girl, it's been a bit. Well, we'll wing it. It'll probably be fine. So, how have you guys been doing? I hope it's been good for you. Oh, we can do the green, we can do the green one. That'll be fun. The last, like, couple days I've been really sick, so it's been kind of lame. I had to do a little bit of work this morning, so that was annoying too. But, you know, it's just kind of how it is being an adult and having to, like, have a job. Sometimes I wish that I could, not have a job. But, you know, I like to buy things. Okay, speaking of buying things, I do have something I wanted to complain about. Okay. So I buy a lot of books. I have a big collection. And by books I mean manga, manhwa, like all of those. I've got a big collection. I'm very happy with my collection. I very much enjoy collecting them. And when I can, I buy them. If I like a series, it's likely that I will purchase it. But it's hard because, like, it's not always an option to purchase it. Like, there are a lot of really good series out there that just might not be in English yet. They might not have a translation. They might never be getting a translation. They might be made by a smaller creator, so they're just not well known. Like, there's lots of reasons why something might be not purchasable, I guess you could say. Oh, fuck! Too many people! What's the button I'm looking for? I forgot how to play games. Whoops. It's fine, we'll figure it out. Okay, so that's that. Oh, my attack is so slow. Okay, next I should focus on healing items. So, back to what I was saying about books. So, like, I've got a lot of books, but there are a lot of series that I read that just aren't accessible to purchase. I'd love to buy them. It would be really nice to buy them. I can't. And the thing is like, even if they're not translated, like, sometimes it's not possible to buy the non-translated the non-translated version in the United States. So sometimes, like, even with that, you can't buy it. And especially right now with the tariffs and all that shit going on, and, like, you know, the government trying to kill us and kidnap us, and, you know, America. It's been harder and harder to, like, get the books that I want to get. And so, like, I've been reading a lot more online. I don't like buying digital download books. I don't like buying digital download music. I don't like buying digital downloads in general. I really dislike the concept of not owning something. I mean, it's become much more popular now that, like, there's been issues with media and gaming being like, you buy it but you don't own it. But this has kind of been the progression that we've been moving towards for a while now. And I've been against it the whole time. I still buy CDs, I still buy hard copies of books, I still buy game cartridges, because, like, that's another thing, a lot of people download games. The only place that I can't do that is via PC games, but, you know, again, I'd love to do it if I could. And so, like, I've always very much disliked that concept of licensing something versus owning something. In my eyes, I own the things I buy. And I don't think it's fair to pay for something and then have it taken away from you later on and be told, oh no, you only paid for temporary use of it. Where I really started to get into the frustration about that is actually with Photoshop. So it used to be, Photoshop's always been expensive, okay, just to be clear. But it used to be that when you... No, Hades, don't even get started. It used to be that when you bought Photoshop, you would pay like a huge amount and you would own that version of Photoshop. Then each year, or well, at that time it was like every like 5 years, a new version would come out and you'd have to purchase the new version separately. It wasn't an upgradable thing. It was, you've purchased it, you own this version. If you want the new one, you buy the new one. Similar to how you do with a cell phone. You know, you've purchased whatever, your iPhone 8. If you want to get an iPhone 9, you have to buy an iPhone 9. You don't just upgrade to an iPhone 9 automatically. But you'll own that 8 forever. Like, it is yours now. It is an object in your possession. Photoshop was the same way. And so you paid like this huge fucking amount for it. It was, I think when I was younger, it was something like $600 to $1,000. So it was like even more expensive than you could imagine at that point in time, because I'm old now. And all of a sudden they started doing subscription based. And like at the time people were like, oh, this is great. Now I just have to pay like a smaller amount and I get to use it for the year. But then sorry, Cammy, stop. Then when the new version comes out, I just get it. It's just, it comes with part of the subscription. And like to some degree, yeah, that was good for the people who couldn't afford to purchase it like right out. But the option to purchase it right out was still available. It wasn't like a one and done, like, you know, you have to do it this way. It was the option was there and you could choose the best for your needs. And then all of a sudden they were like, you know what, fuck it. We don't believe in selling you an item anymore. We're going to move it to just subscription based. And we're going to increase the cost of the subscription. And it's gotten to the point now that the subscription costs more than what it used to cost to buy a version. And like, back then, if you could no longer pay for the new version, you could just, you know, you own the old version, so you could just keep using the old version, even though you'd like to use the new version. You've got the old one, so you still have something you can use. Now, because everything's subscription based, it's like, okay, well, if I want to stop paying for the subscription because I've run out of money, I'm fucked. And then I have no version because I can't use it at all because I don't own it. And like, it's hard because in my eyes, I'm looking at how I've grown up and how I've seen it change over time. And, that like it didn't used to be like that. Whereas like a lot of the kids nowadays, they're used to sort of that being the normal, the expected in a way. And like I get that too, like society's been moving on, but I don't know, I have the same feeling with like television. So like it used to be there was just cable. And then DirecTV came out of where you could just pay for the stuff that you wanted. And everyone was like, hell yeah, this is great. I don't have to pay for all the extra stuff and I can get like special things. And, you know, if I only watch sports, I can only pay, I can just pay for sports. That's fun, you know, that saves me money. And now it's like, we got to a point where that wasn't working. So companies like Netflix came out and were like, look, we offer something better. And like we're always moving and changing like how we're doing things, but I don't know, I just feel like I don't like the idea that we don't own anything. And like it's more than just not owning it. It's like I feel like things are being made less accessible. It's being put to the point where like you can't even find things that you want because they're like geek kept in a way. And I don't know, I thought with more technology we'd get more advancements in like actually sharing information and knowledge, and things not being like hidden away, I guess you could say. Oof, finally. That was a real pain in the ass. And so like I don't know, it's just it's something I think about a lot, and like how annoyed I get about it. It's just I think I'm gonna take this. I'm totally fucked though. But back to the story at hand. So I buy a lot of books, and it's become harder to get books from outside the country, and it's become harder to get books that aren't translated. And a lot of the books that previously have been translated, again, you can't really get them because of the tariffs and everything. And the stuff that hasn't been translated likely isn't going to be translated for one reason or another, whether it's the popularity of the specific book or whatever. So in my eyes, that's where pirating comes in. Now, I personally am for pirating. I think that in the case that you like something enough to pay for it, that's great. I think if you can't afford to pay for something you really enjoy, and you know, are stuck in the middle of where you want the item, you want to support the artist or whatever, but you just cannot afford it, I think pirating is a great option. Obviously, you should be supporting artists and creators for what they make, but it's not that black and white, unfortunately. Like, society exists and people are poor. Like, that's simple and easy to understand. And so, like, I don't like the idea of... Oh, I forgot that there was a green portal in the other one that I was going to do. Whoops. I don't like the idea of blocking somebody access to something because of money. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain how my brain works with it. But basically, I think pirating is fine. As long as you, like, mentally, in the long run, tell yourself that you're going to do things different once you are able. For example, I'll read comics online, and if I, really like it and want to support the artist, even though I've already read it, I'll buy the book. If it's something that's not translated to English, but I've read like a fan translation online, I'll still buy the non-English translation so that I can support the artist, and hopefully they'll come out with an English version at some point. But I do that because I can. And the thing is like, when I was younger, if I had not utilized those resources to read the comics, that I was interested in, then it wouldn't have gotten to a point of me purchasing them. Okay? It wouldn't have gotten to a point where I loved them enough to spend my money on it. More than likely it would have felt like something out of reach that it was kind of pointless to aim to get. I've talked about it before that like I had a lot of trouble with reading, and I felt very left out because of that, sort of, in my family, because reading was like a big family thing. We all read a lot, and I was the only one who had like a lot of difficulty and wasn't necessarily interested. That's Lacoil, my love. And the only reason I was able to get interested is because I had access to manga. But even with the access I had, it was still restricted. Like, I couldn't just buy whatever I wanted. And it wasn't the same as, like, most books that you can just go to the library and, get a copy of whatever book you're interested in. It was restricted. There wasn't access to much manga that wasn't available for me to rent out and bring back after it was done. So, you have to get creative. And if you have the internet and a brain, then you can figure it out. And so I've always relied to some degree on pirating sites for those resources. Well, I've been really frustrated lately because one of the sites that I use very often has gone down. And it's because of legal troubles, and I don't know, I get it, I understand they're trying to protect their income and everything, but I feel like in the long run, it's part of the price you pay for art, I guess, is what I think of it in some ways. Okay, the artist finds out that people really like them to the point that they're pirating a lot of their work. Yes, allegedly. Everything's alleged here. I would never say to do anything illegal, of course, or direct you in that way. I will complain about people directing people to illegal sites, but we'll get there. But so, I think that, it's easy to get to a point where you don't believe your work is worth it, that people won't, pay for it or want it and stuff like that. So even if somebody is illegally pirating your work, it builds up your fan base to some degree. And I feel bad because I know this kind of lands in the realm of free publicity, but it's not exactly that. It's hard to explain. Again, I have an idea. Yeah, you can't even spell lame right, so get wrecked. It's easier to tell stories when I'm not being murdered to death. But anyways, I have this idea in my mind about why it's okay, but either way, even if you disagree with the concept of pirating, part of it too, I think, is for the longevity and historical preservation of artwork. Okay, so being very in the community that reads manga, I know that there's a lot of old manga that are just gone. They're just gone. You're not able to find them. Part of it may have to do with the quality in which they were printed, so that now they've become so old and messed up that you can't find it anywhere. So it kind of dies in a way. And so putting it online allows people to scan it and share it and keep it alive. In my eyes, it's similar to a museum. You're sharing it with the community outright, but you're not necessarily selling a painting. You are sharing the interaction, the experience of the painting with others. That's kind of how I think of it, I guess. And so I'm really mad about this site going down. It's one that I have used for God, too long. It's the best way I can think of saying is it's just too long. It's been a very, very long time that I've used this site. Allegedly. So the problem is how this site was brought down. So the site was brought down because of TikTok, essentially. In the long run. I don't know. I'm not saying the name of the site because of this issue in the first place. Essentially what it was is there was this big push by the community, whatever community you want to, say it was. It's hard to say for sure if it was specifically just TikTok, if it was their Discord server, their subreddit, it doesn't matter. People who were fans of this site shared the name of the site extensively, publicly. And in doing so, they opened the door to legal repercussions for that company and the site. And I say company, but it's really just one person running the site. And it sucks. Because, so it's one site owner, but then multiple small groups of people get together and do fan translations together. They work together to do scanning for it, they do cleanup for it, they do color correction, like it's a whole thing. And all of that is, in essence, in my eyes, art preservation. And it's building up a way for people to share it, even if it wasn't professionally or officially translated to different languages. Because that's the thing too, is I'm not saying that they just translate it to English. There are plenty of other languages they translated to outside of English for fan translations. So, you know, it's a wider image than just, yay, America, they want everything. No, it's more than that. Even, you know, American manga, American webtoons being translated to Japanese, being translated to, you know, other Indonesian, you know, South Asian languages, whatever. And so, like, I don't know. It's frustrating because it's one of those things where it's like you don't talk about Fight Club. And literally all these people showed up recently and were like, let's talk about Fight Club. Let's tell everyone about Fight Club. You know what? Let's make the world know about Fight Club. And then once the police learned about Fight Club, they were like, fuck that, and they broke up Fight Club. And it sucks. And it's really disappointing because it's like all of that information, all of those comics, all of those that work, those scan company, or I say scan companies, but really it's just groups of people getting together and doing fan translations and scans and stuff. All of those efforts and that work those people put in is now gone. And so it's disappointing and it's sad in my eyes that, like, these people work so hard and then, like, because they worked hard, it became more popular, which had this negative impact of essentially forcing the site to be removed because people were sharing it too much, because people were talking about it too much. And it feels bad. And then to make matters worse, like, they came up with a new site, a new version of the site secretly. Maybe, allegedly, it's owned by the same person. And then what did fucking people do? They went and did the same goddamn thing. They were like, oh man, let's post it everywhere. Let's tell everyone that the site's been recreated and that this is the new site and send them to it. And guess what? That site's down now. And like, I found it organically the first time, the second time, you know, every time. I found it by digging, researching, and, you know, doing the groundwork. I don't know. It makes me feel sad that all that work is gone and that it's such a short-sighted, closed-minded view in my eyes of you know, pirating, I guess you could say. Because, like, I don't know. Pirating has been built up to be this horrible thing. People are so bad. They're trying to steal without paying for stuff. But, like, there's a lot more to it than that. In my, like, for me. Again, like I said, it's art preservation. It's historic, like, care and love for these pieces that are hard to find and inaccessible. It's work that isn't translated to your language, your native language. It's you know, things, old work done by popular people that are around nowadays who may not necessarily have had the finances or options to, like, widespread post their prior works, and, like, that's the only way you can get access to their prior works. Like, there's so many different reasons. Yeah, well, that's the thing too, is it's not about it being free, like, honestly, because a lot of the time if I read something and it's available for me to purchase, I'll buy it too. It's just there's a lot that isn't available for purchase. If it was, I'd buy it. And then there's a difference too in what I mean by purchase, okay? By available for purchase. I won't buy digital copies of work, okay? What I mean is like Tappy Toons, web comics, like the way that they're posted. If they're posted through a parent company, I won't buy the digital versions because a lot of the time you can't even download the digital versions. You can just read it on their site and that's it. You know, and it's like, well, what happens when their site goes down? What happens when, you know, their company dies? Like, I've paid all this money for all these books and now I have nothing. You know, if you think about sites like iTunes, like you were able to download the actual music and own it, versus like now sometimes, you know, you'll purchase things on sites and it'll be like, okay, you can listen here and that's it. Yeah, as far as the Switch 2 goes, it's a similar concept. I don't like the idea of a digital download. It's a license agreement, not an actual purchase agreement. You own nothing. You are paying them however much money to use the item temporarily. And, you know, I don't think that's cool. I will buy a printed version. I will buy a physical copy of it. I will not pay you for the ones and zeros to temporarily visualize an item. And I don't know. The thing is if I was selling art, comics, whatever, I think there's a very defined line between theft of artwork and pirating. And what I mean is, like, theft of artwork is a lot of the time taking something and being like, this is mine, I made this. That's not okay. The alternative is also, like, taking something an artist makes and, like, blowing it up and, you know, taking a poster and having a poster of their work when they separately sell the poster as well, but you didn't pay for it. You didn't actually buy the poster through them. You instead just, you know, copied and pasted and then paid for your own poster at a cheaper price. You're not supporting the artist at that point. Steam is the same way. Yes. To some degree. There are... Yeah, I know. I swear it's when you stream you get more red chests. It's like a thing. Steam will give you the games where you can download them to your computer and play them later without being logged into Steam. Depending on the game, depending on, you know, what's available and if it's a multiplayer or not. You could play them offline. Hey Corey, hope you're doing well. So like, I don't know. I think people should pirate more. I think that there shouldn't be this hard push to like remove pirating sites. I'm still really disappointed that the comic site is gone now, and that all of that work people did, all of that like effort people put in to do fan translations is now just gone forever. Like, I'm sure they still have copies, but the shared information is gone. I don't know. It makes me really sad. Did I pass the teleporter? Oh, there it is. And like, yeah, there are negatives to like physical media as well. It's not perfect. We yo-hoing? I am always yo-hoing. But yeah, we are talking about breaking the law. Fuck the police. Pokemon Uranium, yeah, that was a really good one. I don't know, it's like mimicry is the best form of flattery in some cases, but not always. There's like a fine line, but it's also dependent on a lot of factors. Like, the Pokemon Company is fucking rich and massive. They shouldn't be going after people who are making fan games. I actually still have it on my computer, so... Allegedly. But yeah, like, it could be lost to time if it weren't for the fact that I have it on my computer. You know? And it's sad. I don't know. I remember, like... Did you? Did you? I'll send it to you at some point. I think it's on one of the hard drives I have, so... Yeah, most of the time people are like, oh no, it's a hard drive full of porn. For me, it's like a hard drive full of games. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like people suck. You know, people just suck. I just want to be happy and play games and like have access to comics and books that I enjoy and like keep the historic value of things. Everything's so temporary in the world right now. And it's so easy for people to just throw things away and not care. I said I'd get onto the topic of it, so now is a great time. I had an incident recently with my CD collection. That was very difficult for me. It was mentally and physically difficult and draining. I hated it. Basically, I've been collecting CDs since I was like in my early teens. I don't want to die. Okay. I've been collecting CDs since I was in my early teens. It's something that I've done for a long time. There's a lot of CDs I really enjoy that are hard to find now. They're, you know, almost impossible to purchase. They are super rare and, you know, I really love them deeply. And so, you know, they're a bit important to me. And I've worked hard to collect them. And I know, like, people don't use CDs very much nowadays. I get it. Like, whatever. Fuck those guys. But, like, I had a car for a long while that didn't have a radio in it. And so CDs were, like, what I had to listen to. And it made me happy, you know? Whoops. 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 How expensive are you? Yeah, nice. Let's go with this one. Well, I had my CD collection. It was something like 200, 300, 400 something CDs. I don't remember exactly. And it was all in a big CD case that I had in my car. Well, there was an incident where, the dogs got into a scuffle and I had to take them to the vet in the middle of the night. They were fine. They weren't hurt bad or anything like that. It was just like there was a lot of like it was messy, you know. Dogs sometimes are dicks to each other and get into fights for no reason. So they got into the scuffle and I had no choice but to take them to the vet, basically. So I went to put them in my car, but it's two of my dogs, and like one of them was still like sort of ready to like get into a fight with the other one, so I had to have them separated. So I had to put one in the front seat and one in the back seat. Well, the one in the front seat was nervous being in the front seat because she only ever sits in the back seat, so she was like very like, don't like this. And I wanted to give her as much space as she could have so that she felt more comfortable sitting in the front seat. So I took my big CD book out and I handed it to Dean. And I asked him to just put it somewhere while I deal with the situation at hand. Well, a couple days later, Okay, it wasn't a couple days, it was like a week later, okay? Like, I had a lot going on. My parents visited, like, that same week. It was full chaos. I had asked him to move it, and sorry, I got sidetracked. Oh, I keep losing everything. I'm so worried I'm gonna die. Oh yeah, I had asked him where it was because I had tried to look for it and I just could not find it and I didn't know where he had put it. And we looked everywhere for it. We both got really upset because we were like, it's gone. We can't find it. Like, this is something very important to me. Like, where is it? Why is it gone? You know? Fucking bitch fell. And we came to the conclusion that it must have ended up going to Goodwill. Because since my parents were coming to visit, I did like a clean out of some stuff and I sent some stuff to Goodwill. And we were like, it must have somehow been picked up in the Goodwill stuff and taken. And like, it's hard, you know, you try to play it off as like, it's fine. Because you know the other person's stressed about it, you know they feel bad, you know it was an accident. But like, you're also devastated. Because this is something that's very important to you. You've been collecting them for, you know, like 15, 20 years. And then it's suddenly gone. And your heart hurts and it feels bad. And so, like, I was really struggling to deal with it. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't want to make Dean feel bad. It was an accident. It wasn't on purpose. It wasn't like he was like, I know she loves this more than me. I'm gonna get rid of it. It was just an unfortunate chain of events in which it disappeared. But like, I didn't want to give up on it either. So like, I kept going to, did I not activate? No, I guess I didn't activate some of them. I thought I activated them, but I must not have enough triangles. No comment, sir. How dare you? But yeah, so it was pretty upsetting and devastating and made me really sad. And so I went to Goodwill a couple times to try and find it. I like contacted them, called them. I went to their like distribution center to try and see if they had it there. Like, I jumped through all the hoops and it was no luck, you know? It just didn't exist. And I was really sad about it. Well, I think it was like maybe like 2 weeks ago, a week ago, something like that. Well, first of all, so this all happened before Christmas. This all happened like early December. I would like to open this chest. I want nothing to do with the rail, please. Let's go with this one. And so like in the last like week or two, I think it's been like 2 weeks. Well, I was laying in bed, getting ready to go to sleep, and I was like, I'll check Facebook. Now, I'll have you know, I very rarely go on Facebook. It's not one of the sites that I visit often. Like, I'm much more of a Discord kind of person. Another red item. Killing it. And so, like, for me to go on Facebook at all is kind of off. Well, no, stop. So I open Facebook, and the first thing I see right there in front is my CD case. It's just a picture of it, and it's from the town clerk. And they're like, hey, somebody brought this to the town clerk's office and dropped it off. It looks like they found it on the side of the road. At this location. So they say the location that it was found at, which is like directly outside our house, like onto the main street. So I'm like, oh my god, it has to be mine. Like, first of all, who has the same CD case? Who has CDs at all? You know? And then, like, it's just crazy to think that anyone else would have the same thing I had. I don't know. And they didn't show the CDs that were in it, but, like, again, who has a CD case? Like, come on. It's mine. And so, I reach out to the lady and I'm like, oh my god, when do you guys open? Like, I need to come get it. And she was like, oh sure, no problem. It's, it'll be here at this time. Just come by and get it. And I was like, sure, that's great. So I go running downstairs to tell Dean because I'm super hyped. Now, Dean has been very upset about this whole thing. He feels really bad, you know. Again, accidents happen. Like, it's not like I blame him. I understand that it wasn't on purpose. Like, it was just some freak-ass thing. And I never thought I'd see it again, so I had already kind of been, like, mourning the loss, in a way. Because, you know, it's an important object to me, and, like, you kind of have to realize that it is a loss that you're mourning. So, like, he had felt bad because I had been upset about it, but, like, you know, anyways. So, he went and picked it up for me, and it was indeed my CD case, and all the CDs were there, and they were perfectly fine. I don't know how it happened. I like, don't know who dropped it off. Because, like, that's the other thing, is, like, who sees a CD case sitting on the side of the road in a snowbank, pulls over and says, huh, this probably belongs to someone, I'll drop it at the town clerk's office. Like, what? No, people don't do that shit. People hate each other. People don't care about each other's feelings or items or anything like that. Like, I don't know, it's mind-boggling to me that somebody took time out of their day to pick up this item and take it to the town clerk's office. And on top of it, they took it to the town clerk's office, like, not immediately after we lost it, so it had to have been sitting on a snowbank for like a week, 2 weeks, before they brought it to the town clerk's office. Before they found it and brought it to the town clerk's office. So, like, I don't know. That shit's crazy. I mean, I guess Hades. But yeah, so Dean went and picked it up for me and he brought it home and he was like, yeah, I opened it and I saw that they had Mystery Skulls CDs and I saw that they had the CD, the mixed CD that I made for you, and I was like, oh, this has to be Jesse's then. And I was like, I knew it was mine the second I saw the picture of the CD case. What are the chances that would happen? Okay, what are the chances that first of all, it would be found outside of our house? You know, impossible. Well, like, some of the CDs, when the thing is after they got lost, I, like, immediately went and looked up pricing and stuff like that to see what options I had available for repurchasing them. And, like, the final cost of, like, repurchasing them was absolutely insane. It was very, very expensive, and some of the CDs just weren't available. They just didn't exist in a way that we could purchase them. So, like, yeah, it was definitely something that he could have been the hero by being like, oh, look, I purchased this CD for you. And it was actually just my own CDs. But, you know. But yeah, shit's crazy. Yes, hydrate or dihydrate, baby. Chug it. Oh, gosh. I haven't drank water in like an hour, so it was necessary. But yeah, it just, I don't know. It was crazy coincidence that it was found. It was crazy that I happened to go on Facebook and see it. It was crazy that none of the CDs were destroyed when they... We're guessing that what happened is the CD case was put on top of the car. And that... it just flew off when he drove away to go to Goodwill. Yeah, he could have done it as like a birthday thing. Yeah, because that's what I was writing up the list for. Because in my head I was like, okay, I'll write up a list, and then, you know, every time there's a holiday or like a day that I'm depressed or like something happens or like whatever, we can No, you made me yawn. Oh, stretching and yawning. Oh, okay. Every time there's a holiday or something, he can buy me one CD, you know? That was what the original... You think I'm not gonna pause it? I'm gonna die. Oh my god, did I hit him at all? Sir! But yeah, I was like, it'll be good because then you'll have an idea of what to get me for every holiday and stuff. I'm glad this one's first, because this is my least favorite spot. But yeah. Luckily, gosh, it came back to me. Came back to where it belonged, in the hellscape that is my home. I'm really glad that it came back because I was really upset about it. And I was really struggling to not show how upset I was. Because like I said, I know that it was an accident. It was just like a freak-ass thing. It wasn't like it was on purpose, but it still hurt and felt really bad for it to be gone. I was very disappointed and upset for a long while, so it's nice to have it back. Yeah, I know I was not successful at not showing it. Thanks, Hades. I tried really hard. Go get your shower, punk. By the time you come back, I'll have won $1 million. That's the dream, right? Yeah, that's true. It's true. I don't know, that's the hard part. I was definitely valid in being upset, but I think it's hard for me to, like, see someone else upset because I'm upset. Like, I just felt really guilty about it. I don't know, it's like this hard thing too that... The concept of that there's more important things in life than a case of CDs. You know what I mean? Like, it's that, like, you were raised upon this idea of, you're a bad person for getting upset about the small things. But trying to define what is a small thing to you versus the small thing to someone else is really, really hard. And it's hard to, like, be okay with the idea that something so small as a case of CDs could be so deeply important to you as a person. When, you know, you have your husband, you have your child, you have a job, you have income, you have your health, and you feel guilty about the fact that you are upset about an object. Well, at least that's how I felt. And then to make matters worse, the fact that Dean was so upset about me being upset. Not that he was mad at me, he felt really bad. But I felt really bad. And so it was this cycle of, like, he feels really bad, he sees me feeling really bad, then I feel worse because he feels worse, that I feel bad, and it just, like, gets worse. Yeah, you're right, it's true. It's very important to process things, and I definitely was not processing it because, like, I just couldn't bring myself to, like, deal with it in a good way at the time. Like, I wanted to be able to deal with it. I wanted to be able to move on from it or, like, you know, be an adult about the situation. But, like, I don't know. I'm such a sucker when it comes to, like, caring about other people's feelings that I sometimes very often put my feelings second. Which just makes it harder. But, you know, I guess to some degree sometimes that's a good thing too, is to know when to wait on something, wait on the dealing with it. Yeah, right. Feel that. It's also been hard because we lost Dean's grandmother like before Christmas too. So like it just kind of felt like everyone's emotions were already sort of like intense. So adding more stuff to it felt bad, and then my parents had just left from visiting and it was like too much all at once. That I think that just mentally it was too exhausting to face everything. But I'm glad it worked out. I messaged Heather when it happened, and I don't think I messaged her telling her we found the CDs, but I should. Because I was so upset and so like disappointed in myself for being upset about it. Yeah, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. I'll have to send you like a screenshot of the Facebook post, because I took a screenshot and I sent it to my mom and I was like, oh my god, they're still there. Yeah. I'm glad. It was pretty sad. And the thing is I did end up actually buying a couple of the CDs back, like just buying some random replacements. But like, oh god, it was so expensive. So to some degree I'm like, I wasted that money because I bought them and now I have duplicates. But on the other hand, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll gift these to like a friend or something later, and like I'll always have a backup now and it'll be fine, you know? But I don't know, I guess now that I have my little bean, I guess I'm more prone to feeling selfish as a person, you know? More being like, oh, you should just be happy with what you have, you know? Oh, you should just be happy because, you know, she's alive and here and stuff. So like, I don't know, I feel like my life particularly has been filled with guilt for a very long time. For a variety of different things. It's kind of like an emotion that I grew up with, that I have always sort of had. And so like it's hard to not have that in the back of my mind. Like, yeah, good old trauma. Yeah, but it does make it hard to not like have that as the first go-to emotion, because my body is like, yes, we are stressed. Yes, we are bad. We're bad and we've done something wrong. And it's our fault. You are bad. You're a bad dog. Because, you know, that's where my brain kind of goes. It kind of immediately is like, what have you done? You did this thing. That one kid with this shoe, that he deserved it, okay? That kid, he deserved it. I won't regret that. But no, there are a lot of things in my life that I, like, still have a lot of guilt about. I think it's hard, too, because, like, recently, like, some of it's been popping back up a lot. Because of another person in my life. And that's been hard. And it's it's a really frustrating, sensitive situation and topic, and so it's like, it's something that I don't think I could talk about here, but it's hard to deal with, and I feel like it's not gonna go away anytime soon, and I really hate that, because I'd like this one to go and just not come back. I mean, I feel like for the most part I'm pretty open about talking about most things, but this is one of those few topics where I'm like, I wish I could just ignore it and it would disappear and I wouldn't have to look at it again. Because having to think about it, having to acknowledge it as an existence really hurts and feels bad. So that probably doesn't help. Oh boy, a raid! Thank you for coming! I appreciate it! Welcome, everyone! We're talking about heavy topics. Heavy topics being, I'm about to die. No, we still got a couple bit before the last cell, so we'll see. Prepare to cry. Yeah, I had like a stream last week. It was my first stream back from I guess from a year away or so. And that was pretty crazy. I spent most of that stream talking about coming home with my daughter and like the hospital stay and everything like that, so that was fun. I think I'm gonna go for another book. Yeah. But I know most people weren't there, so I could talk more about that again if you guys want to hear about the joy and excitement of Boston Children's Hospital and how fun it is. The staff there is really nice, honestly. I still have been like keeping up with them, and every time I go in for checkups with my daughter, they're always really nice, and they like recognize her and are excited about her you know, progress and everything. Because it was a, let's see, she was in the hospital for 3 months. So we got very acquainted with a lot of the nurses and everything, and I did a lot of like walking around while we were in the hospital too, because I wanted her to, like, you know, I would say get a little bit of exercise, but she's a baby, so it's like I wanted to get the exercise and just kind of like get out of the stuffy room, I guess you could say. And so I walked around with her a lot, and oh, let's see, which one should I get? I think Dio's teddy bear is sort of bugged right now with the new bosses, so I don't want to get it, but I'm pretty sure I'll get dead soon, so we'll see. Anyways, but yeah, so I walked her around quite a bit around the hospital, and so she got to meet a lot of people. Dio's teddy bear is bugged in that if you die when fighting okay, Corey, see you later. If you die while fighting the bosses, the new bosses, it doesn't actually revive you. It leaves you dead and just doesn't activate. It's happened to me more than once, and it's pretty disappointing. And I have seen it posted in the Steam forums that other people have run into the same bug, so I've run into a couple of other weird bugs, but for the most part it hasn't been too buggy with the new DLCs, so that's nice. Oh yeah, you think? Maybe. But yeah, so I just haven't been bothering with the Dio's bear. Just because, you know, I'm gonna die anyways. Plus this run we're just trying to unlock some additional attacks. So we'll see how those go. Let's get one more teddy bear. Brings us to 11. Gotta get some more sunglasses and maybe hooves. Everyone loves a good pair of hooves. Okay. Onwards. Let's see, this is the one I'm gonna go on. Okay. I think I'll probably do another loop. See how much time do I have. Yeah, I think I have time for another loop. Nah, it's a gold one. Okay. We're doing command, so I'm cheating a bit, but we're taking a pretty chill run, so. Let's go skull. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Thought I had enough money for it now. Almost. Something will die soon. Nice. Okay. As far as the new characters go, I definitely like the False Sun. I want to play with some of the other ones a bit more. I like the chef too. I don't know. I'm always gonna go back to the Huntress as like my favorite character. But that's just because I'm a basic bitch. So that's fine. Okay, let's see. But anyways, yeah, back to the hospital talk. Yeah, so she was in the hospital for like 3 months, so that kind of sucked. But all the staff there were super nice, so that was good. We had to like temporarily live in Boston for everything. So that was an experience. I'm not used to living in like a big city, and I don't really like big cities. So it was a bit of a pain. But I wouldn't say it was bad. There's a lot of like access to food, like easy ordering, I guess. So that was really nice, because like right now I live in the boonies, so like ordering food is not really an option. You can't really get delivery around here. So it is nice to be able to just say, oh, I don't feel like cooking today, let's order in, and have to not like choose one place because that's the only one available. And then I saw recently that Boston got some new like artwork. Maybe there's a third mountain, that would be nice. They got some new artwork that there's like big tentacles coming out of one of the buildings now, and I'm sad that that wasn't there when I was in Boston, so maybe next time. Come on, monsters, where are you? Yes. Fungus, fungus. What else we got? We'll take that, please. Money. Should have enough for those chests now. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing multi-stream today. Normally I only stream to Twitch, but I've been trying to stream to YouTube a little bit too. Actually, I haven't checked my YouTube chat in a bit. Oops. I'm so sorry, YouTube. Don't hate me. The software that I've been using for multi-streaming is kind of hard because it shows the chat for both, but like you have to click between them, and it doesn't grab all of the chat. Sorry. It doesn't grab all the chat messages, so that's kind of annoying. Yeah. Come on, give me something good. That is mediocre at best. Yeah, I'm sorry for any background noise you guys hear. I normally have the door shut when I stream, but I didn't close it today, and the door is over there and I'm over here, so it's not gonna get closed anytime soon. There's gotta be one more mountain, right? Well, you know, continue to suffer, that's what you get. Maybe it sucks to suck, you know? Maybe get good, kid. Like, I get good by buying all of the hooves. Nothing but hooves for me, please. Hooves and plasma shrimp, that's all I need. There's a great song I've been listening to recently on YouTube that like I want to like tell you guys about the song, but I don't know how to describe it other than it's got Miku and it's got shrimp, and that's the description of the song. I think the song is literally named Shrimp Miku, but I cannot remember. Somebody check YouTube and see if you could find a Shrimp Miku song. Yeah, you just get jealous of my hooves when we play together. You go too slow. I get hit by a meteor. That sucks. I just want to get all the items, you know? Fungus, fungus. Shrimp Miku, yes. Is good. I don't know, yesterday I came home from the store and I was like, Dean, I've got a song stuck in my head, and we spent a little bit like figuring out what song it was. And I think I also got it stuck in his head, so that's fun. Do I want you? Is that an incinerator drone? Maybe. I need more money if I want that though. How much is it? Oh, I'm so close. Monster, come to me. If I just beckon to them, they'll come, right? That's how they work. Oh, I heard a wisp. Ha ha ha. Getting them spam calls on my cell phone. Good timing. I was really hoping for a third mountain, but I didn't see one, so we'll have to deal with just two. That do be life, though, I guess. We can try to get the rest of these chance shrines, though. Give me something good. One's a little expensive. Nice. I guess we can start getting some shields too. We'll probably need them at some point so we don't die. I did not pass a third one. You're full of shit. Am I still gonna check? Yeah. Do I believe you? No. I don't see any more mountains. I'm gonna do one more loop, so we don't need that. What do we think it is? Oh, I thought for sure it was gonna be an overloading grandparent. There's one more, but where's it hiding? Oh, not anymore. Done did it. Okay, let's see. Maybe I'll get this. And then, let's see. Let's get bleed. Oh, yeah. Get some slow-mo. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we'll just chill while we wait. For to charge. Oh man. Work's been kind of busy lately. This week was like very rough. I don't know, sometimes people ask me the craziest questions and it just always gets to me because like it'll be like the code says exactly this. It works exactly like this. This is exactly what you asked for. And they'll be like, yes, but I don't like it. It's not what I asked for. And it's like, you did ask for this. Like, it's written exactly how you described it. And they're like, no, I don't like it. And it just ends up being this, like, back and forth of, oops, I missed a chest, darn. This back and forth of, like, okay, but you asked for this. Okay, but I actually didn't want my code to do this. Okay, well, that's what you told me you wanted, so what do you want instead? Not this. Okay, well then what do you want specifically? And they'll just like be this constant back and forth of them not even knowing what they want, and I hate it so much. I have it in my list. I do have it in my list, okay? Maybe I'll start, like, putting a game queue on my screen that says, like, games requested, days since Jesse played a game requested. Just keeps adding days to it. Last time Jessie did what she said she was gonna do, 10 years ago. I know, it's pretty garbage, but you know, sometimes you're in the mood for certain games and sometimes you just want to play Risk of Rain and fuck around. You just want to use the command and like watch the world burn. It was more than 2 years ago, actually. Just so you know, I'm pretty sure it was 3. Yeah, I'm a disappointment. I'm sorry. Well, look at that. I can't believe it hasn't hit 3 yet. That's crazy. Well, I guess we'll have to wait it out. It'll hit 3 any day now. Let's see. But yeah, no, I'm pretty bad when it comes to playing games that I promised to play, so... Whoops. Hey, how's it going, man? Haven't seen you in a bit. Hope you're doing well. I've been listening to your music as it comes out. I haven't seen anything new recently though, so sounds like we both need to work on stuff. See, I can blame other people for not doing stuff. Yeah, I'm doing well. I hope you are too. Okay, let's see. I think we've gotten all the chests here. This is the last section. Okay. Stuck. Okay, cool. Teleporter. Yeah, no problem. That's what friends are for. Pretty good jams too, so like, you know. I didn't even see what spawned because it died so quickly. A gunner drone. I could use that. Oh, it was a grandfather, a grandparent. Okay, Hades. Trying to get sassy with me? I will fight you in the streets, okay? Haha! I haven't been wearing my glasses lately. I can't see already. Yeah, I've been pretty bad when it comes to like being a good person who does the things I'm supposed to do, so Haven't been wearing my glasses, haven't played the games I've been supposed to play, you know? Oh, I don't normally play with any mods. I didn't even know there was a mod to do that. That's crazy. I'll have to check it out. Maybe we'll play mods sometime. I've seen that there are some pretty good mods, but like, you know, I'm lazy when it comes to adding mods and doing things. Maybe I can get a mod with just all buff men and all they do to attack is just flex. Maybe I'll make my own mod. I should do that, actually. I've only been to this level, like, twice. So we will experience it together. Cammy, child. Exactly, Hunks by Jesse. You got this. You understand. The assignment was given and it was accepted. Okay. Yeah, Cammy Cam. I should get a Cammy Cam. Well, Cammy, like, hears the baby downstairs, and she hears Dean talking to the baby, and she's like, how fucking dare you speak to the child instead of me? Okay, I think they stopped barking. I did have one for a little bit. I just don't have it set up right now. Yeah, Dean's downstairs and he's doing like raspberries, and Mari gets like super freaked out when anyone does raspberries or like, you know, tries to give anyone attention but her. And then she barks, and then Cammy's like, how dare you bark in this household? And then she barks, and then it just becomes a barking cycle of barking. I would say this is my favorite new character. Huntress will always be my #1. Yeah, the dogs. Chaotic. Let's see. Trying to see if there's anything like really good or any big chests or anything. I'm running out of time to stream, so I gotta finish up shortly. I just think Huntress is like the chillest character to play. I like the new skin available for her too, for the new DLC. I don't know, like I really hate Commando, and I feel like you land into one of two realms. You're either a Huntress fan or a Commando fan, and like, you know, definitely dictates what type of person you are. Okay, I think we should be good to do the teleporter now. Oh, I was trying to say that people who use Commando are trash. I'm sorry, was it not clear? Let me try again. Trash! Trash! Is that better? Let's go with... Oh yeah. I do like Acrid as well. Acrid's the dog dino boy. I don't know, it's like Dean plays with Captain and Bandit a lot. Yeah, Poison Boy. He's one of my favorites too. I just like his design a lot. I don't know, for a while I was using mainly the Oh my god, I can't remember its name. The one who uses drones. The walking drones or the turrets. I can't remember his name. Mechanic, maybe? I keep thinking mercenary, but I know it's not mercenary. Mercenary's the one with the sword, right? Yeah, I cannot think of the name of him. But that's fine. You know. There's not much in my head, and it's definitely not full of names of characters. That's the one thing that I lose very easily. I remember what they look like. Names? Nah, that's hard. Okay, let's speed run it. Just since I'm running out of time. See if we can find any like really good items. Any mountains. Give me a teddy bear. Ugh, bitches. Still no teddy bear? I've been streaming for about an hour and a half. Yeah, I'm using command too, so it's kind of cheating, so. Plus, like, I swear that Risk Arena has something in it that it can tell when you're streaming, and it gives you a lot of red items. Because, like, I never get as many red items as I do when I'm streaming. Command is definitely my favorite way to play. It definitely makes it very relaxing for me. I don't see anything else. Let's activate the teleporter. Beep, they're dead. Okay, let's go with... Okay, I think we could get our ass not kicked by a boss now. I mean, we probably could have done it before too, but I wanted to do one more loop. Oh, excuse me. Big yawns. True. True. Command definitely means that if you failed, it's because you're trash. Or like you're not paying attention to the items you're getting. Of course I can't say much because I'm like all about like teddy bears, wungus, and hooves. And that's my go-to, so. Also the Tesla coil's the best, so. I wouldn't be able to live without my sweet, beautiful Tesla coil. It's always the first red item I go for. Yeah, crowbar. I get that. I don't know if we'll be able to... Oh, fireworks. Ooh, fireworks are a good one. That is true. Let's see if we can speedrun this one too. Oh, hello, sweet baby. Let's go with this. I should get some more shields too. What else do I want to get? Okay. Yeah. I got that scavenger floating around. Got to... But I killed him first. I think the worst is when you get killed by a scavenger, because it's like, they could be so helpful, but so much trouble at the same time. Okay, I don't see... Whoops! Fuck. Well. You've never seen a scavenger? Oh, they're great. They normally start popping up once you do like a 1 or 2 loops, I would say. They drop a whole bunch of items. They got a backpack. Well, they collect items too, so they'll like pick up items and whoop your ass, basically. I don't have any yellow item. Okay, let's find out where I've killed things. Nothing down here. Yeah. Have you gotten the new DLC? I guess I don't know if it counts as new anymore. It's been out for a little bit. I want to get the expensive chest, but... Nice. Yeah, I was a little bit worried because, like... You know, once they switched over to, the other... I guess, I don't know how to explain it really well. The company changed hands. I was a little bit worried that their content would suffer, their games would suffer. But I am surprised that they are still going strong. I need more yellow items. How many do I have? I gotta get a couple extras too, because I gotta be ready for the next boss. Yeah, I agree. Okay, nice, nice, nice. I think I need at least 6 total. I think that should be enough. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah, but it's always hard when you go from the original developers to someone else. It's like handing your baby over. It can be pretty stressful. I feel like it's definitely fear of the unknown. Oh, the yellow items are specialty items for a special boss. Whoops. Did it again. Damn. I keep thinking I have an extra jump, but I don't. Do I see anything I want? No? Okay. I had to mute because the dog was barking again. Yeah, this bird has gotten me a couple times, so I always come very prepared to get my ass handed to me. So, had nothing on me today, baby. Oops, I freaking fell off again. Okay, got it. Safe. I'm just living my best life out here, just destroying everything. Well, we've got, let's see, we're gonna go to the... We're gonna try to go to the weird boss. The glitchy computer boss. I've already accepted and rejected before, but, you know, I like that boss, so it's cool. Yeah, it's hard. I had a lot of struggle, but I think I've figured out, like, a good tactic, maybe. And the tactic is, be really ready to explode. Yeah. Yeah. I've struggled a bit. Hades, that's why I get all the items, so I can babble more. So I can talk a lot of shit while I should be playing a game. Nope. You fucked. Haha. Get good, kid. Okay, let's see. Let's get my drone. Beep-whoop, drone friend. Ugh, I still don't have enough money? Come on. 12,000? Ugh. Maybe some gold over here from the guys I killed. We'll go to the other tunnel first, and then we'll come back to this one. Because I don't want to use all my money either, because I need to open the other thing. So we'll come back to it. Any gold falling anywhere? I mean, that's how it's gotta be. You gotta get all the items. I feel like I have the completionist bug only when it comes to collecting everything, in Risk of Rain. Like, I think the worst is when I realize that I've missed, like a big chest or something that I was gonna come back for, and then it's just, like, mentally devastating. Yeah, the blue items, I feel like it's a 50-50, because sometimes I'm like, yeah, blue item, and then other times I'm like, what have I done? Yeah, there is a hidden chest in that room. Okay, just wanted to grab this first and get the rest of the gold here. This room? I don't remember if I've gotten any other chests in this room. I was thinking there was still one left that I hadn't grabbed. This spear? Am I dumb? Big sphere. Oh, oh! Cloaked chest. Ah! Big brain. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Did I get everything I need? I've got the ball, I've got the square, I've got the triangle. Yeah, I'm good. Nope. I want to pick this up. Yes. Let's pick up some drones. Oh fuck, I fell in between the cracks. Okay. It's fine, it's fine. Well, you're doing your thing. I'm gonna do this. I'm impatient, I'm just button mashing. Okay, let's go. Nice, good, because I accidentally shot the big guy and he was gonna kick me out. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we're for sure gonna kill him. Oh, that was quick. Nice, 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 he did. And I accepted the offer, so now I die. Yeah, I don't know, man. I wasn't paying attention, and then he was dead. I don't know. It do be like that sometimes. Just kill off my drones slowly. I'm next. Yeah, we beat him! And then committed the side. But I became flowers, so that's cool. I also didn't actually get the thing that I was trying to get. I forgot that I was trying to get one of the loadouts. Oops. Oh, I already have most of the skins. Here, let's look at the new skins. This one's cool. I heard a sound effect, but I didn't see what happened, so... Oh, thanks for the follow! Yeah, so I got the new skins. I really like the design of this one a lot. This one's okay, but I really like this one. The woodland one is so cute. I like the little ear flappies. This one's fine. This one's very interesting. Very cool. I like the design of these styles. I got Maltese bird man. It's regular sentry. Different color scheme. Yeah. Engineer is the name of the one that I was thinking of. Bird boy. And we've got the other color scheme. He's got these cute little antennas here, which is cool. Aw, I have to look and see what mod packs there are. This one's very cool. But I like this one the best. I like the glowing squiggles. Mercenary. I like this one, but I also really like the Oni one. We've got Rex. I don't know, Rex just isn't my kind of character. I mean, he's fine. I like the design of this one. I like the color scheme a lot, but you know. Let's see, Loader. His is really cool. I really like the combination of the blue, the tealy blue plus the yellow. Looks really cool. This one's pretty cool too because I like its little computer screen here. And an Acrid. I like, obviously, his original, his albino. I don't like his iguana skin. I think it's because of the hands. There's just something about the fingy hands that I just don't like. I'm fine with iguanas, but like the thing is this isn't like an iguana hand. This is like a chameleon hand, and I don't know. Rex is the plant robot. But I do like Acrid's bird boy skin. And let's see, I got Captain. I'm missing a couple of people's mastery skins. This one's cool. Rex, yeah, no, Rex is the plant one. That's the one where when you first land, you can actually take a battery out of your pod, and then if you carry the battery to the red hot like level where there's like it's more likely to have magma worms, there you can get Rex. Yeah, but if your health gets too low, you die. That might be it. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but I can't think of it. Let's see. Railgunners is pretty cool. I like his skin. His original's cool, but his Deadeye looks great. Yeah, I can't remember exactly. Yeah, it's Scorch something. We'll check. And then Void Fiend. This one's just like grody. It's just grody as hell. It's cool though. But I like his purified one. But his original one's cool too. And then I haven't gotten the extra skins for all the new characters. Let me look. I can't remember the name of the level now. I want to look at the logbook and see if I can find it. It's not Scorched Acres. It's oh, this one, the Abyssal. No. Yes. No. Why does it look like this? Yeah, it is that. It's the Abyssal Depths. Abysmal and abyssal are like the same thing, so yeah, I like the theory that Void Fiend's commando from Risk Rain 1. I think that's a good one. I didn't realize I was still missing, so this level sucks. I don't like the hatchery level. I think it's too big, there's too much happening, and it's really hard to see. Like it's hard to see the chests and stuff because they blend in with the environment a lot. It's just like, it's hard to navigate because of the color scheme and the lighting. in my opinion. So, you know, the rest of them are fine though. I like the rest. Oh, I didn't realize I was missing the skin for some of these, or the logs for some of these. I gotta like collect all the logs for the monsters. Those are my favorite. I have this cool Grove Tender tattoo now because it's my favorite monster. But maybe I'll get some more Risk of Rain tattoos. That'd be cool. Okay. Well, that is all for today, kiddos. I have to basically go chill because I'm tired. It's been a long day. And it's only like 1:30 in the afternoon. But we're supposed to be getting like this big ass snowstorm coming in. So like I got a bunch of stuff to do to prepare for that. So wish me luck in surviving. Yeah, it was great talking to you guys. I hope you all have a good afternoon and I'll see you guys next time. Love you guys. Bye.